Yeah, so the next topic on DevOps, as of yesterday, we have discussed about code quality and code scan. So let's see the other session, other thing today. As we see, code build deploy in the first day, and the latter days we have seen storage, and the other day code scan artifacts scan we have seen. So code scan we have seen that it is happening using SonarQube, and artifacts can be done using the Veracode. So since we don't have any cloud credentials, cloud accounts, so we did not go for artifact scan, but that's okay. And Code testing and application testing, this is another stage. I just had, if you wanted to maintain in the horizontal way, if you wanted to write in the slides, it is difficult. So I just written the vertical way. So these are the another two stages, and these are in between. After you generate the code, you will go for code scan, and you do code testing. Once these two are good, we'll go for artifact scan. If that is done, we'll go for storage, and if that is done, we deploy the application, and after that we'll see and do go for application testing. So in the application testing phase, if you find our application is working fine, its performance is good, functionality is good, then we'll go to the other session. So that means that the last part of this thing is to deploy into the production. So these are the multiple stages in the DevOps flow, and code testing and application testing we will discuss today. So I think the code testing we already discussed as part of build process. So if you recall, in the build section we used Maven, and in the Maven lifecycle, it has unit tests, integration test. So when you run MVN test and MVN integration test, it will run these two tests. So when you do MVN package, these two things will cover as part of that. So as part of the build process, the code scan will happen, code testing will happen. So code scan also happen using SonarQube, not with the Maven build, but code testing like unit testing and integration testing can be covered during the build section. So whatever the stage which I am going to introduce in the DevOps, so these are all not mandatory stages for all the technologies, but these are all the stages which are common for Maven. Maven means Java technology. So if you go for Python, maybe not all these stages are required. Some of the stages can be eliminated. And we know we have discussed about build, artifact scan, storage scan, deployment also we have seen. So in the application testing, if you see, if you wanted to test an application, for example, let's assume you have developed some application and you have deployed into some of the pre-production environments. Pre-production environment means the environments which are not production and can be used for testing. So this testing involves some kind of functionality test. Functionality test means that the application is behaving properly and all the functionalities are working or not. For example, in the Paytm, booking of bus tickets, like booking of the bus tickets is working or not, and electronics functionality, all the functionality is happening or not, whether the recharge is happening or any bugs are there, or if there any recharges are failing. So all these functionalities we can test using functionality text. Then what is performance test? Performance test is nothing but evaluating the deployed application, how effectively it is able to respond to the users. For example, in a general day, we have less number of users, and in a festival season, we will have more number of users for websites like Amazon or Flipkart. In such cases, how they will manage? That's why prior to releasing the application, they will do all the heavy load testings, stress testing, and performance testing and volume testing. These are the different names which are given, but ultimately they wanted to measure the performance of that application. Today in detail, we'll discuss about performance test. In performance test, what and all will be. executed. So in the unit test, to cover the unit test, we use a Maven test. To cover integration, we use a Maven integration test. To cover performance testing, these are the tools: Apache JMeter, LoadRunner are the two available tools. And functional testing can be done using 6 number of tools which are mentioned here. So Apache JMeter is a tool which we are going to use today. It is open source, easy to use, and a lot of high efficiency compared to other tools. So using Apache JMeter, we can do performance testing and functionality testing as well. So what is performance test? As I told you, when we deploy the application, we exactly wanted to measure how efficiently the application is working. So we put some load on the application. One second. Go beyond some limits, like to see to what extent the application can survive and what time it can break. So they give different names like load test, stress test, and in using performance test, we wanted to evaluate the CPU utilization. Like whenever we deploy an application, we wanted to measure how the application is responding, what is the response time, and what is the hosted servers are responding, what is their CPU utilization, memory utilization, or the network utilization. Everything we wanted to evaluate. So as we already discussed regarding the performance tools, these are all the tools we can use: Load Runner, Apache JMeter, WebLoad, Load UI, Load View, EOLoad. So we will use Apache JMeter today. You can go to this jmeter.apache.org and download Apache JMeter, and the version which is available right now is 5.3, and you can download that zip file. And the JMeter, it has some of the components. These are the main components, and it's not limited to these 4, and it has many more, but these are the main. Carefully observe this terminology because we are going to use this terminology very repeatedly. Thread group. Thread group means each thread, we call it as one user. For example, if we mention thread group as 50, that means we are sending 50 user requests to one application. Sampler means what type of request we are sending, either it is HTTP, FTP, JDBC, that means database connection, or SMTP. So it depends what kind of request you are sending. Listeners. Listener means what is the result of your test execution. Configuration, to set up defaults and variables. So once you download, extract the folder zip file and navigate to the bin folder, just like how you did for SonarQube and Nexus. Once you open the command prompt, simply run jmeter.bat. So once you run jmeter.bat, one of the user interface will open. So it looks like this. So as I told you, there are a couple of main components in evaluating this thing. So these are the components we are going to add. Once I explain all the slides, I will show you practically how we can do this thing. So you can see here, we added the first parameter of thread group. In the previous slide, the first item called thread group. Thread group means how many number of users we are sending as an input. So in the thread properties, if you see, number of threads is equal to number of users. That means 15 number of users I am sending to one application. The other parameter is ramp up period. That means how much time the JMeter has to allocate for these 50 users. For example, if you have 50 number of users and if the ramp up period is 50, that means each person will get 1 second of time. Loop count means how many times this performance test has to be repeated. Don't worry about the terminologies, you will come to know with some practice. So the important thing is delay between each user request is equal to ramp up period by number of users. That means 10 by 50. That means half a second each user will get, or below that. So if you wanted to increase the load, you can do like this. First give 10 users, give the ramp up period 10 and one loop count. So, and in the second iteration, you can increase the load like 50, 55. The third iteration, 100, 100, 10. In this way, you can increase the load and compare the results and see how your application is responding. So this is the one of the way to see the results. The status column represents whether the application is reachable or not. That means whatever the request you are sending, the application will be received and sends a response. If the response is received, that means it is status. If the application is not responding, it will show in red color. And apart from the status, there are other two parameters. One is sample time. Sample time is how much time it consumed. It is called as sample time. Latency means how much time the request is sent and retrieved. The other parameters are informative but not mandatory. And you can see these results in the graphical way also. Once you put the sum of the load, you can see this is how the graph is increasing. So you can see some of the dots are increasing in this screenshot. In the same way, you can see the results in your JMeter. So the black color shows the number of samples sent. Blue color shows the current average of all samples. Red means the standard deviation. You don't need to worry about all these terminologies, but you will come to know what are the main important factors. And green means throughput. So one of the simplest way of looking at into this is how many number of requests per minute the application is able to handle. That gives the throughput value. Deviation means it is not accepting the things and it is deviating from the average value. You can see here nearly 1300 requests per minute it is able to handle. So that is the throughput of this application. These are the just definitions of throughput and deviation. Throughput, how much throughput per minute is means that much capable the application is. Deviation means how the sent request is getting deviated. So this is about the Apache JMeter, and we will see now how we can do this practically. As of now, if you have any questions, we can discuss now. So if you see, this is the Apache JMeter I have downloaded 5.3 version, and extra ready here. I will navigate to folder called bin. So from bin, I will open command prompt and type JMeter. So it will automatically open one of the user interface called Apache JMeter. So this is the user interface of Apache JMeter. You can see the default name called test plan. Today I wanted to evaluate how many requests Google is able to handle per minute. If you wanted to evaluate for any website, you can tell me now, or you can even practice during your practice thing. On top of test plan, you can click on add and threads, click on thread group. So in the number of users, I will give 50. And in the ramp up period, I will give 50. 50 by 50 is equal to 1. That means each person will get 1 second of time. And loop means 1. Only one time it will run. On thread group, I will click and add a config element called HTTP request default. You can stop me and ask any doubts whenever you want. I type google.com. Since Google doesn't have any port number, so I didn't mention anything. And thread group, I will add one of the sampler called HTTP request. So in the sampler, there are many other things. I only took HTTP for our practice now. I took the HTTP, but Google doesn't have any extra thing, so I did not add anything. So this element is there. Now I wanted to add the listeners. So in the listeners, we will see the results. So this is the view results in table section. There are many listeners here. You can choose whichever you want, but I'm selecting most usable things. Graph results and view results in table. They are most frequently used. Now I have put 50 number of users and I have given ramp up period of 50. And I have given google.com. So all the configuration is ready. Now I will run the test. So here the green buttons are there. So if you click on this green button, the test will start. So what does it means? It will send 50 number of user requests within 50 seconds to reach Google website. Let's see if it is working or not. It is asking me to save it, so I just saved it. And when I click on the test run, do you want to order it? Yes, okay. Yes. Now if you see, the green button is disabled and the tests are happening here. The count is now increasing. And I wanted to say results here. See, all the green buttons are coming. That means it is able to reach Google website and getting the response. You can see the sample time, how much each sample is taking, and you can see how much latency is here, and how much bytes it has sent. All the details you can see. So main details we see the status one. So whatever the samples we have sent, all those are getting successful. And what is the input value you have given? 50, 50 and 1. So it will run for 50 seconds and it will only run for one time. Yeah, I think it is still running. You can see the progress. Oh yeah, it is done. So the green button appeared means it is done. Now I wanted to see the graph. See, some graph has been shown here because we only ran once. If you run it as a loop, we can see the bigger graph. See all the green color, you can see that means it is able to reach Google. And throughput it is showing 61 requests per minute. This is how it is showing because the input value 50 number of users we sent very slowly. If you put 10 means within 10 seconds all the 50 requests will be sent from our machine to the Google. So I wanted to clear these results. So just click here, it will clear everything and rerun the test. Now within 10 seconds, all the 50 requests will be sent. Not just like before we did for 50 seconds. Now we running for 10 seconds. See, it is done within 10 seconds. Wanted to see the graph results. So we ran it for only 10 seconds and you can see throughput value to 84. So this is how we can increase the load. We can even put the load like 100 ramp up period and 100 number of threads. And loop count we can put 10. But if we put like that, it will increase. The load will be huge. So I am keeping 10. I wanted to clear first and running it again. Now 10 number of user requests will be sent 10 times and the ramp up period is 10. So each request will be separated with 1 second. You see the deviation is almost less and it is able to handle 427 minute and requests per minute. So this is how you can evaluate application performance. So with the same input you have tested for Google. You can with the same input you can test for Yahoo or Facebook or any other application which you are aware. I'll pause here and see if you have any questions.